Dynamite download.
Dynamite download, your home for all positive coverage with all elite wrestling.
Oh, you guys, positive energy.
This reality, like, it is me. Like,
Who let this guy in here?
This is what pro wrestling's supposed to feel like.
I'm saying I have a better record than Kenny Omega and Samoa Joe, and now I'm going to have to wrestle them.
I've never seen someone able to break down like wrestling like he does.
I said, Mariah May said who?
Because I'm so driven, and I'm so moved to like what I want to do.
The versus Brian Keith match.
it's awesome.
Oh, it's so cool. You got like these creepy ass dudes.
Oldest ride, longest line.
I was like deep diving into like cults.
My real story does connect with a lot of people.
I never say never about anything.
The best to do an interview with those guys. You know why? Because they spread positivity about AEW.
Welcome to Dynamite Download.
What
is up, everybody? How you doing, Mind?
I'm doing fantastic. We're live. We got Rampage chaos going everywhere. I'm afraid Moxie's and Marina Shafir are gonna show up here and beat our asses. I don't know.
I know if we keep talking bad about them, we're gonna get the brunt of them. Real quick on that, or first off, thank you guys for joining us in a little bit of delay because that ran the overrun of Collision into Rampage. Special time for our preview show since we got a Saturday pay-per-view tomorrow. And I got an early morning, so we're starting a little bit early, but we got a lot to cover as well about what we got for All Out tomorrow. But real quick on that Moxley thing, man. Whew, I want to talk about that. I got to
call in some protection here. I think I need to get at least another member of Dynamite Club Gold just for protection. For
I agree.
Thing. I got to get the meanest, toughest member of Dynamite Club Gold. Hot. Take that, Marina Shafir. We got Miss Courtney.
Damn, that was
house.
A great intro. I like that, man. I like
feel
that.
A lot safer.
Yes. Hey, Courtney, thanks for joining us on air. Steven, man, I agree. Security needs a raise. I am glad that they are going full throttle into this Moxley group or whatever super badass group that they're doing and taking no prisoners. Like we just saw, if you were tuning in and watching the beginning of Rampage, the Outrunners celebrating their first victory. It was short-lived because Moxley and Marina kind of spoiled their victory celebration. So, there was not much confetti, not much time for confetti on that one. But before we dive into the All Out pay-per-view card, how did you guys enjoy Collision so far?
Well, Courtney, you go ahead. I got some thoughts too. Courtney, what did you think?
All right, so I loved it, and I especially loved the whole Mercedes Moné bit and Camille with Sheeta.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, like don't mess with my girl's kendo stick. Holy Sheeta came out.
Sheeta,
that's right.
But I wasn't sure if the crowd was saying CEO or CE no.
Some of them were saying CE no, because I saw them doing like a boo CE no. Most of them I think were saying CEO. Like the Nemities from WrestleJoy are there, and I saw them, they were doing CEO. But I did see some fans that were booing going CE no like that. So mixed crowd, and holy Sheeta chants too.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's going to be a great mix of crowd for that one. I know Sheeta was kind of leaning into the heel vibes a few months ago, and obviously they're pushing her as babyface. But the fact is, a lot of the smart wrestling fans, regardless of heel or babyface, they're gonna cheer for a good product. And so the mixed CEO or CE no chance, that's just a testament to Mercedes and what she's doing in the ring.
Steven seems to think it's CE hell no. All right.
I like it.
Well, I was going to say what I've loved so far. I mean, I felt like you and I talked about it yesterday about how Dynamite was. This has been such a great build in such a short amount of time. What a tremendous Collision. I mean, so much going on. I mean, obviously they're saying sayonara to Ishii and in such a terrible way, but we won't be seeing Jericho on All Out as far as a formal match. It doesn't sound like it, but it does sound like we are going to have some awesome. We had that 4-way coming up. My favorite match tonight was the Takeshita Beast Mortos match, and I think Beast Mortos is going to really start to get some more TV time, and I'm excited to see. I thought that was fantastic. Yes, Bobby. Misa Kate was on AEW Rampage for a hot minute. Unfortunately for Misa Kate, she lost to the Queen, but good for her. But
maybe Beast Mortos is going to be on Team Mindrunner come draft season 4. You never know. Might be a
highly
peek behind the curtain scouting report there.
I don't want to tip my hat just yet. No, in fact, the answer is no. Nobody should recruit him. He's terrible. You should never recruit him or Orange
Leftovers.
Cassidy. And Orange Cassidy is the same. Beast Mortos, Orange Cassidy. You don't want to recruit them or Hologram.
Not to briefly on the draft. I sent a message to someone familiar to the Dynamite Download universe, and he's going to be back for season 4. Crayfish is on the radar, wanting to get back involved in the draft. So we're going to have a nice draft, adding another body and having Brent do a live draft. So I think it's going to definitely be a much tighter. Points are going to be few and far between moving forward. So I think it's definitely going to be a lot of strategy, especially when you do that +3. But let's talk all out because that's the big story coming up on the eve of it. We're less than 24 hours away. We're going to make our picks here. We're going to you can solidify. If you do make your picks, you're part of our draft. You can do it. Change it all up to, if you want to sleep on it and change your picks, you can do it all the way up before the 0 hour. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I haven't seen any 0 hour matches announced yet.
Do you want to make it a command decision here, SBD? Do you want to, and we could have Courtney second it to be a third, yay or nay?
Yeah.
Do we want to just say, all right, the matches that have been announced as of right now, that's all we're putting on our bingo card?
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's a fair bit because I know not everyone is plugged into social, so getting a hold of the whole draft crew. So I think that is a fair thing to do. Even though we'll see 2 more matches, which is fine, you'll get the player points, but you won't get the bingo card points.
I like it.
So we'll go by the main card, which has been officially announced and completed as of Collision since that fatal 4-way, and we'll go from there. Sounds good to me.
Sounds good.
Should I
bring up the card with the
Let's
chips?
do it. Let's do it.
All
Bring
right.
it on.
We've got
first match. Let's see.
I mean, we might as well get this going here. Let's start the debate.
AKA match of the night.
Oh.
This is going to be insane.
This is going to be insanity. Why'd y'all do this to me?
I mean, Pac is not unfamiliar with holding 2 belts at a time.
Yeah.
And I love the rise that he's been getting as of late and the featuring as of late. But I think, I got to go with my guy Ospreay. I have to go with Ospreay. But to me, it doesn't matter who wins. We're all going to win in this match.
Hold on a second. I gotta do something here. I just realized that I gotta put all of these to the front. Give me just a second. But you got to go with Ospreay. I mean, yeah, the bastard's the bastard, but
I would love. Honestly, I'd be very happy if either competitor wins, because, like I said, we're going to be winners for this. But Ospreay is just going to continue to, for his second title reign of the International Championship, to continue to have awesome representation with that belt.
What about you, Courtney?
As much as I love the world's best Boston Pac, I wholeheartedly apologize in advance, Pop. But I got to go with Brub here. He's just on a hot streak right now.
Yeah, I think so. I'm with you as well. I think we'll make it a trifecta here, because I just think I don't think it's time for Ospreay to lose. He just got it back from MJF. I don't think it's time for him to lose. Looks like the Raz is in that chat with Ospreay all the way. I agree with Steven Chambers that this is going to be the
100%.
100%. This is going to be the
As we were
show
talking
today.
last night, it's like, I mean, I would love this to open the show, but at the same time, I understand why we talked about Ospreay opening the show for All In, which made no sense. I mean, you have some latecomers. Like, you got to think of logistics and stuff of like, okay, what if people are showing up a little bit late to the show, you know? So that why, you know, as I was thinking about that, then maybe this doesn't open the show, even though it would be just an incredible way to start a show. But
Absolutely.
it will steal the show, whatever.
It's going to be even the dog picks Ospreay.
Finnegan is an Ospreay fan.
All right, we'll let Finnegan pick for Brett. How about that? Or Brent? We'll Finnegan pick for Brent. Ospreay.
Well, we can see. I mean, we don't have to give everyone's pick, and I mean, he'll be texting us and stuff. But
Full Tilt Deb.
Yeah.
Ospreay or Pac.
What's it for?
The international championship. Okay.
This is important for her because she could three-peat the draft or three-peat the pay-per-views.
She's the queen. She's got,
the plus +3 for this is very important for her.
I agree with Razzie. The pop for Ospreay winning it All In was absolutely insane. It's going to be I think that the Chicago crowd, we heard it a little bit tonight. The Chicago crowd tomorrow night is going to make up for the Champaign, Illinois crowd. I think it's going to be night and day. It's going to be tremendous.
They need the redemption. But Brent and Brian will give us our picks later on. Oh, here we go. This is all Courtney. You know, take the floor. Where are you at on this one?
I was like, take my money first of all, because I was like,
take your Monet.
Take my money. But all right, here's my dilemma. Because Holy Sheeta was the second women's champion, obviously, of the company, right?
Actually, so third, but yeah.
Respect and love her. But unfortunately, I'm going with the money side because it's not time for Mercedes to lose it yet.
I agree. And this is the hot inside info that I cannot confirm or deny. But are you ready for a little bit of hot inside info?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you got the fire behind you, so it's definitely hot.
I do. After hanging out at Swerve's house,
what's left of it?
I have to say, as much as we all love Sheeta, Holy Sheeta, Monet has two skills that Holy Sheeta does not. One, she has the Monet, and two, she has she doesn't have the moral fortitude that hinders her from making some shady deals and decisions. We all know that Camille Brickhouse is banned from ringside, but I have a feeling I have it on the highest authority that Mercedes Monet has expanded her corporation, that she has added two sisters that are very tough to her. You might call them renegades. Yes. Maybe showing up tomorrow night. Again, I could be wrong, but this is a little inside. I'd say this is a scoop, not a spoiler. But I have a feel. I do. The spoiler is Mercedes Monet is expanding her CEO company, but she will be retaining.
That'd be awesome.
At the hands of a certain tandem. So I think it's money talks, and unfortunately for Sheeta, she's gonna need more than a kendo stick when the Renegades say hello. SPD, your thoughts?
Yeah, I think our CEO is not going to be taking a 1, 2, 3 anytime soon, in my opinion. Even though this, as I spoke last night on our show, how AEW's done such a great job as shifting gears to All Out quickly after All In and giving us these builds that weren't there a week and a half ago and making it seem so much longer. And this is one of those. And we saw the extension of it tonight on Collision, which was great to get us even more pumped up. So, but the CEO is going to be the victorious one tomorrow. leaving Chicago with 2 belts, Monet.
Did you roast some marshmallows while you were there? Interesting. Steven says Camille will show up wearing a mask. That would be funny. Some luchador like Camille the luchador or something like that. Full Tilt Deb, you with Mercedes? Yes. All right. Full Tilt Deb says Mercedes. There we go. All right.
2 great matches and two champs and everyone, former. It's crazy. Like we're all in lockstep of that one,
Yeah.
even though the caliber of match on both the ones we talked about could go either way on paper.
And Finnegan agrees with us. Let's see if this one causes some divisiveness among us. Ooh.
I mean, everyone's wearing gold on their shoulder. We just saw the All-Star 8-man tag match take place.
I think I'll go first on this one. I think with what's going on with Moxley, I think we're going to start to get a storyline with Claudio and Wheeler with Moxley and everything going on. I don't think that the Young Bucks are ready to drop just yet. I think it's going to be the Bucks retaining.
Yeah, I don't know who is going to dethrone the Bucks. Maybe the Outrunners or the MXM.
Just the tipster.
Right. I think, not to get sidetracked, adding the Outrunners and the MXM to kind of more showcasing the tag division that's been, strong, but the depth has been kind of not as good. It's exciting. Those 2 teams are very exciting to watch. However, the Young Bucks are not ready to drop the titles at all by any means at this moment. So my team, obviously, Team Dangle is the Young Bucks, but I'm curious, it's something maybe we could talk about on next week's show.
Yeah.
Dynamite Download is who do you see in the landscape of the tag division dethroning the Young Bucks?
Ooh. The chat, both Bobby and Raz are saying it's going to be the Grizzled Young Vets, perhaps. Interesting.
That's interesting. Yes, that's interesting. This match has got me scratching my head, but obviously the old Bucks are not losing, so I'm going with the old Bucks.
The old Bucks, all right. Old Bucks it is then. There we go. Old Bucks. And at Full Tilt Deb, Bucks or Blackpool? Bucks. All right, look.
Dang, we're all 3. I mean, we got to get Brian and Brent's, but that's 5 for 5, or 3 in a row.
Yeah.
It might come down to the tiebreaker for the main event match time.
Let's see what happens next. Ooh,
man, this one's It's. I mean, I guess it's my turn to go first on this one. MJF versus Garcia. It's hard. I don't see AEW where MJF loses twice back to back in a pay-per-view setting. Nothing against Garcia at all, because I think the way that he's been helped build this match and his return per se has been fantastic, and I really did enjoy what he did on the segment on Dynamite. And in typical booking fashion, the go-home show, whoever stands tall essentially kind of loses at the pay-per-view. But I would be really shocked. I think it would be one of the shocks of the night if Garcia does beat MJF. But I'm picking MJF, the salt of the earth.
MJF, salt of the earth. All right. And Bobby is going Garcia. Of course, that's his homeboy in the draft. Interesting. Why Garcia, Bobby? Tell us in the chat. Steven says can't picture MJF losing 2 in a row. Yep. MJF will win. Also, Raz says MJF with shenanigans. Courtney, what about you?
Oh, do I go with the scumbag or the dance?
Full Tilt Deb just came in with her prediction. She says it's going to be Garcia.
Wow. Hot
with the
take right there.
Dynamite download, the Dynamite Diamond Ring. The Dynamite download ring. That's what it's going to be. But he didn't
taste of his own medicine.
What's that?
A taste of his own medicine.
Taste of his own medicine. Our scumbag.
You know what? I'm going with MJF. It's just I don't see him losing twice in a row either. So I agree on that.
All right. I wish Full Tilt Deb didn't say that, but we might. I bet we see the ring, and Garcia gets a win on MJF from coming back. I mean, Bobby makes a good point,
Mm-hmm.
but I gotta go with our scumbag MJF.
Yep.
So I gotta stick with our scumbag on this one. I don't see it happening. I mean, I think it's really gonna showcase Daniel Garcia, and I think we will see the Dynamite ring, but I don't think I think at this point it's MJF. I don't see it happening.
All right.
Chicago Street Fight.
You're up first, Courtney.
All right.
It's ironic. It just happened to be you're picking the women's matches first.
Yes. Man, this is gonna be in the words of good old JR.
Yeah.
Oscar, okay, folks?
Uh-huh.
This has got me a little torn too, because obviously we all love Willow because she's such a light and fairy and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got the good old Snatlander, as you boys call it, and I just I'm just wondering, because I hadn't really seen either one of these in a street fight, but
right,
they're both powerhouses, so I can't go with that.
Powerhouses.
And let's see. I'm gonna go and say Statlander wins this one because Willow won the last one.
All right, Snacklander for the win on this one because Willow won the last one. If I could just jump in, I actually do think this is going to be Statlander as well. As much as I love Willow, I think Statlander is going to win this. Also, I do like the point that Steven made here that did CMLL did they not want their did they not want the title to change hands in a Chicago street fight? So I'm wondering if that's why, because I thought this was going to be for the CMLL title. And then
I thought so too. I thought, from what I recall, them mentioning that was the case, but that could be the case to kind of protect.
What's that?
Oh, hold on. I hear a 0-hour match being announced. Hold on.
A 0-hour match being announced.
Which doesn't affect our card, by the way, ladies.
Yeah, doesn't affect our card.
No, I mean, we already decided that, but it's trios match, Top Flight. We have Shane Taylor Promotions with Beast Mortos and the Undisputed Kingdom. So a trio match.
Oh wow, Undisputed Kingdom also.
Yeah, so I mean, we already set that in stone. In all fairness, but that'll be interesting. That'll be a fun match to watch, I guess, to enjoy. But to my pick is going to be Statlander as well. I already had that in mind, not to kind of piggyback on everyone's back, but I feel like now that Ishii is kind of out of the picture, I feel like Hathaway is going to be the wild card in this one on it, and I think hopefully this kind of just separates them. Like, this is it. Like, close the chapter on this. They've been going on this for about 6 or 7 months. And so I think it's time to move on from this feud. And so Statlander winning will be fine. Will be a good way to kind of move on with this one.
I like it. All right, here we go.
Oh man, we're already on the main event. I mean, we still got other matches.
There wasn't a particular order to this.
Rolling the Yahtzee dice.
Exactly. All right, I'll start with this one.
Yeah, it's on you now.
I know in this house we this and that. I think Danielson retains. But this is going to really showcase Jack Perry. I don't see Danielson losing it, but I think we've got Full Gear and then Dynasty, And it didn't Danielson say that? Oh no, not Dynasty. He said
Wrestle Dream.
Wrestle Dream. Yeah, I think Wrestle Dream comes before the end of the world or World's End.
World's End,
So
yeah.
I think that we're going to have Danielson's going to retain here, retain at Full Gear, and then he's going to lose it at Wrestle Dream ultimately.
Wow.
So that's but I think he's keeping it here.
That's it. That's a yeah, I'm definitely not betting against Danielson anytime soon, in my opinion. Nor will I ever bet against him. But Wrestle Dream is a month away. There's no way he's losing that belt that soon, in my opinion. So just talk through this. So we have Grand Slam, September 25th. We got the Dynamite 5-year anniversary show, October 2nd. Wrestle Dream, October 12th. Full Gear, November 23rd. And then World's End, December 28th. So I feel like I think the resurgence of him having the title, he's going to have it for a little bit. I mean, it's going to be great to have his moment in his hometown, but I feel like that aside, he's still going to continue this reign for a little bit, hopefully. But I'm all for the yes movement, and I always have been.
Did you hear too that WWE have sent him a legal letter saying he shouldn't promote the yes movement?
Yeah, that's just some.
I don't think it was
that's a crock of you know what.
Yeah, I don't think it was a cease and desist, but
he's not only one in that either. By the way,
there are some other lawsuits coming out too, but I think it's. Steven says we're going to hear the final countdown song. I think so.
I hope so.
Rash says
yeah.
Danielson. Looks like Bobby says Danielson. What about you, Courtney?
Let's see. I'm gonna go. Yes.
All right. Looks like and full tilt Deb, Danielson or Jack Berry? Oh, full tilt Deb is going with the scapegoat.
I knew it. Oh, come on.
No.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe.
I think he heard that. I don't know. I think he heard that. Very cool. All right, is that everybody there? Okay. Let's move on to the next one. All right, this one's a little blurry. I apologize because we had to kind of get it from the TV screen, but this is the Continental 4-Way. I'll let you guys go first on this one. What y'all think?
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about. I mean, a lot of our cards are kind of in lockstep. This is one of those that we're going to start to see a little wild card stuff going on, and so I feel like this one, there's like, you talk about think with your heart, your brain, and all that stuff. I would like to see Takeshita win this.
Ooh.
The last person I want to win this is Orange Cassidy, in my opinion. So I want Okada to retain or Takeshita to win. And I think I'm going to go the safe way and just say Okada is going to retain.
All right, and I like Steven's point here. Okada retains, but then build up to just a one-on-one Okada versus Takeshita.
Yeah, I love that. That's much better.
That would be tremendous. I think I'd love to see that. So you're going with Okada retains?
Yes, I am.
All right, Courtney, what about you?
Oh man, this is a matchup because we got one of the greatest Japanese wrestlers of all time in Okada.
Mm-hmm.
We got the Chicken Man.
Yeah.
And the Chicken Man. We got Orange Juice. Then we got Takeshita. And here's the dilemma. I love all four of these guys. You can't lose as a fan because it's going to be spot on spot. And it's going to be
You're right.
Enjoyable match. So Do I go with my head or my heart?
Always the dilemma.
That is. You know what? I'm a.
You may come back when we come back to you, Courtney. I'll just ask Full Tilt Deb. Full
Please.
Tilt Deb. Okada, Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, or Takeshita?
What's it for?
The Continental Breakfast Championship. Okada. All right.
She doesn't have the card memorized.
Well, she's watching Rampage right now.
Like she's like, don't.
She's touching tips.
Yes.
I'm gonna go. I guess the safe route and go Okada, but I would love to see Takeshita win it.
All right.
Yeah, same. I'm in the same boat as you, Courtney.
No, right? Welcome aboard, me matey.
Choo choo.
Love it. Mine.
Whoa! Oh my gosh! Of course he's picking his guy.
Cause he's on Raw.
I think we're gonna see the beginnings of the cracks in.
Oh.
We're gonna see the beginnings of the cracks in the EVPs, and it's gonna be Orange Cassidy taking the title from Okada. Now, I don't think it's gonna last long, but I think we're gonna see some stuff here. You know what, though? I'm gonna change my thing. I think Steven Chambers changed my mind because I do want to see Okada versus Takeshita at like Wrestle Dream. So I'm gonna go ahead and go Takeshita. No, I'm gonna go ahead.
All right.
I'm gonna stick with Okada.
So as you know, as I mentioned, the breaking news. So Top Flight, Shane Taylor Promotions with Beast Mordos and Undisputed will be in a trios match for a cash prize on 0 Hour.
Ooh.
The interesting thing about that is Beast Mordos. Why is he playing flip flop with every group? Did he not join the United, Undisputed Kingdom? At one point when we were seeing that when they were doing the shows down in Texas, wasn't he?
Yeah,
joining.
So
I don't know what's going on with this. I guess I got to rewatch the segment and see what the deal is with this. Maybe the UK is like, what the heck's going on? Or maybe Shane Taylor paid him more or whatever it is. But I don't know. It's interesting.
And Don Callis was thinking about recruiting him tonight when he took on Takeshita.
Right.
So it's going to be interesting to see. All right. And I don't think there's any other matches. I think that's it.
I think we're good on the card for that, right?
Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all the matches. There's no like number 4 in a feud match where somebody's house burnt down.
No, I mean you got no fire in the back for no reason, right?
Yeah, exactly.
A fire? Where?
As one of our buddies used to say, it's time for the main event.
Main event. Woo. All right. I'll start with Full Tilt Deb. She says Hangman. Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Courtney?
Oh, this again. Great story going into this story, okay? And this is gonna be epic proportion because you don't burn down a man's house and then expect him to lose, okay? Especially his childhood home hangar. But you know what? I'm gonna go with I swear it when I drive. I swear it when I drive.
There you go. She's all right. Courtney's gonna swerve when she drives. There we go. SPD.
Man, I think this. I mean, we talked heavily on this feud last night on our show, and it was a lot of fun. And we could have gone almost a whole episode about how much we just love and are eating this up, everything for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and going back for seconds. But I think the momentum is on Hanger's side. I think the wrath will just be elevated even more. And for that reason, I'm picking Hangman. But also, I feel like the swerve. So it's funny how this feud has started where Swerve's the heel, now Swerve's kind of the baby face, and how it's flipping around. So as we like to watch wrestling with storytelling, it's fun for a baby face to chase a heel. So I think as fans, we would win more as Hangman wins. That way Swerve can continue to chase him more and more and more for that ultimate revenge. Now, what could you do? When they did the Texas Death Match, I'm like, how could you top that? Like, okay, steel cage. Now, what would you do to top this? An I Quit match, or like a last man
wire
stand?
death match.
No, avoid that. You could do an I Quit match, a Iron Man match, something like that. So then that gives us the payoff of Swerve winning. With this, it's still like it's refreshed, even though this feud has always kind of been like there in the back burner. That over the last few weeks, it's been refreshed and put gasoline on fire. And so to keep the flames burning, I think Hangman's got to take the W here.
Good metaphor, by the way.
Because if Swerve wins, which would love for him to win, then what?
Yeah.
What's
fire to the stage.
Yeah. So I feel like Hangman winning is a more compelling story of what to do next.
I'm with you. Here's the thing. Everybody knows who my favorite wrestler is now, right? Yeah, it's
right.
I've gone all of them. Yeah, Deb says all of them. That's true.
Danielson.
Not Daniel. I would go Swerve, and because Swerve's my favorite, I would pick Swerve if there wasn't already 3 previous encounters, and I feel like this is going to be one of those. I think they're going to try. This is going to turn into like a best of 7 kind of thing at some point. I think the storyline would be more compelling if Hanger wins. Not because I don't want Swerve to win. My heart wants Swerve to win. I want Swerve to get the gold back. But if Danielson's going to kind of bogard the title till Wrestle Dream, I think they're going to probably continue this. You're right. I don't know what's next, how you elevate it again. But I think Hanger wins this one. I think it's going to end on a downer. I think this is going to continue to have Swerve is going to have to fight again and chase Hangman again. And it's just going to be, they're going to fight each other till the end of time.
Mm-hmm.
I think these, like we said last night, this is modern day, Rock versus Austin. This is, Hogan versus Flair. This is the AEW homegrown legendary feud. I mean, we could always argue Kenny versus Hangman. That was great long-term storytelling, but they all knew each other before AEW. This is the first feud that started in AEW that has been long-term, unless you count Orange Cassidy and Jericho in the $7,000 coat. But I love this. I'm hoping 10 years from now that there's still going to be a feud. I predict at some point down the line, it'll be next year or maybe after, they're going to have to be forced to tag team. And I think that would be insane. But they're going to have to put their blood feud aside to join forces. But it
was like the unlikely duo of Kenny Omega and Hangman when that first got announced. I'm like, why are these tagging? And then it worked so well. Like, obviously, when these 2 guys kind of just go roughshod of everything that they can do to each other and then some, like joining forces would only make sense, like, and it would give us some great stuff. And I don't know if you've seen the comments in the chat, someone's like, if what would you do with Strickland after this match? And I said, if he loses, maybe keep him off TV just for a few weeks and then kind of regroup and then do some stalking and still pursue this Hangman revenge, because he did some pretty bad stuff. Hangman, if Swerve wins, you got to kind of, I feel like, refocus on some feud for now. Like, whoever loses this match, I think we shouldn't see them on TV just for a few weeks. As much as I don't want that, because both, as we talked about last night on our show, these are like 2 of the best right now in AEW.
Yep. And then we have the whole thing with Mox. What's going on with Mox and the New World Order here? The New Mox Order. Is he going to get involved somehow? And is this going to turn into something? And is Shane McMahon going to show up and say it's his company now?
Right. Here comes the money. I don't know. So hopefully, man, yeah. So the only other match that we didn't talk about was that the trios one, but we locked in our bingo cards. What's surprising about what we're talking about tonight is, how in sync we all are. A couple of the I think all but 2 matches we were not in sync. We still got to get Brett and Brian's picks, obviously, but this match, what was the other one?
Unanimous for this one. Full Tilt Deb was the only dissenter
that's
here,
out of
but we
spite.
know why.
Oh, Soldier over there.
That's a bold take by her because she knows she's really desperate for those +3 points, but she could regain that extra point here.
Yeah, we were unanimous for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 out of these matches we were
5 out of
unanimous.
8. Wow.
Yes.
No, 8 matches total.
Yep. Wow. 5 out of 8 we were unanimous for, and technically, I almost think we would have been unanimous here, but some people have a personal grudge against the Clam Digger.
Yes. Well, I know we ran through these pretty quick, and Rampage is starting to wrap up, so maybe you guys can watch the ending of it. But thank you for joining us for our preview show. I can't wait to talk to you all on Dynamite Download next week because a lot's going to happen. We're going to review, or we're going to have a championship celebration for Dynamite Download Draft Season 3. We're going to have All Out Fallout. We're going to have Dynamite Recap. And so it's going to be a busy show, so buckle up, and we're going to have a lot of fun on Thursday night, and a lot to cover, mind. We're going to have a lot to cover.
A lot. I'll have the updated rankings. Yeah, they'll go out here in just a little bit. We'll post them publicly because
put them on
Rampage
Twitter.
is just finishing up, so we'll post
Twitter
them
and
on
Instagram.
Twitter and Instagram. But it's getting close, and this is it. Season
Home stretch.
3.
It all comes down to the last day tomorrow at All Out.
How far do we want to expand the draft? Do we still want to keep it to Dynamite Club members only, or so if you want to be part of the next draft, join our club, join our exclusive Dynamite Club Gold Club. It's like $2 a month. I mean, come on. I mean, that's cheaper than the Starbucks. Join our, and you get exclusive emojis. So let us know.
So we're looking in next season. So far, we're gonna have 8 teams, and that's gonna be great. So I think it's gonna really, like I mentioned, strategy. But as we're learning over the last few weeks, is just the depth of stuff. Like you have the breakdown spreadsheet, and a lot of the NAs. It means no one's picked up these people, so there's just points left on the board. So it's a lot of fun. A lot to think about when we're moving in on next season's draft, which is going to be on Friday, the 20th. As of right now, we just got to get confirmation with everyone who's coming back. We want to make sure everyone has a fair shake at it going into season 4.
Sure.
You're what?
I'm coming back for sure.
All right, you good?
You
good for Friday the 20th?
Yes.
Oh, here we go. New member. I think we haven't had one of this in a minute. We got to get the. This is. Let's get our.
I think it's time.
I don't think we have. Here we go. Super chat party.
By God, it's a super chat party.
We go, and of course. Welcome to the
awesome.
fan, Steven Chambers. Awesome
yes,
stuff.
Man. Thank you. That is awesome.
It's going to be so much fun.
So hopefully that means you want to be part of our draft too. So that will be an awesome. It's a fun time as you've been following along, joining us in the chat the last few weeks. We love hearing all your feedback. Have a lot of great hot takes and great takes. So we hope you join our draft for season 4. And everyone, enjoy All Out. This is it. And I'm curious to everyone's take. When we talk to you next Thursday of where you could do a poll, all in, all out. Which did you like better? Because that's 2 marquee shows that are super important, and we'll see. And I want to get your take too, mine. So think about it. I'm gonna talk to you about overall all in or all out.
I'm thinking about it. I'm really pumped. I didn't think I'd be this excited with this close after All In.
I agree.
So
I'm
this is
100%
gonna
with
be
you.
insane.
Just the price of the pay-per-view is worth the main event alone, and then everything else is just going to be like bonus. So man,
here's the thing: is you could take out any match, and it's still like you could take out the main event, and it's still going to be amazing. Like you could take out I don't know, the Pac versus Osprey match.
No.
Is going to be in like that.
Yes.
That's
Don't take that out.
Inject that in my veins. The Hangman. I think it was Steven that said earlier. There's going to be a bloodbath. The Hanger versus Swerve. This is going to be carnage in Chicago, and I think we're going to have some surprises. Not just a certain couple twins showing up, but I think there's going to be some other surprises too. I
hope so.
Was it 3 years ago? Remember when Giant Danielson and Adam Cole debuted it All Out?
No, I was there. It was
Soho.
2021. I was there for my first All Out, and it was a double debut or triple debut. Ruby Soho.
Yep.
Adam Cole, baby, and Danielson. I was marking out, man. That was an awesome show. But all right, folks, enjoy the pay-per-view. We'll see you on Thursday, and thanks for joining us tonight.
See ya.